Hello again, how you doing? So, some of you have been paying attention and you know paying passenger flights are a thing. Again, so how do you cash in on that? Let's first of all take a look at where I am. If you zoom in, you'll see I'm at the airport right here, Ederar. And if you zoom back out, I'm relatively close to Alphaville and the city of Deois. So I'm going to make this a relatively short couple flights. You go to ticketing. And yes, I know I have a ship with passenger pods already, so therefore this is an easy thing. If I look at Ederar, going to Alphaville, there are 15 people. That's not much, but it's money. And if I scroll out down the line further, there are 28 people that want to go to Deois. So I then jump up to the Alphaville line, go back out to Deois. That's 40 people that want to go to Deois. So if I pick up the 15 people here and the 28 people to go to the city, and then land at Alphaville, unload people, and then pick up the entire 68 people, because you have to unload the 28 people to get them to log out or to leave the ship, and then you can just type in to load them back, because they'll wait for 24 hours before they look for other passage. So there'll be 68 people I can take to the city of Deois. Sounds like a plan, right? Okay, so let's get started. First things first, turn the ship on. I'm going to turn the overhead on so you guys can see everything.
Oral unit, okay.
We changed the MFD screen here.
Synchronizing onboard computer with portable device.
And you see this is People Mover, and it has 6 passenger pods. So theoretically I could carry 120 paying passengers. Paying passengers expect paying passenger seats, not jump seats, not crew seats, so you can't load them into the stowage. So I'm going to open up the door of the cargo bays, go to passenger terminal. If the dog will stop hitting my hand, I hit loading. And I know for a fact that the 2 identifiers that I'm going to are VALP, VDEO Alphaville, comma, because you can load multiple people at one time, VDEO. And that takes you to Deois. Yes, you can put them on separate entries. Yes, you can put commas. Yes, you could put like every single airport on the planet, but it'll only fit them in so you're out of passenger pods, and then you don't know who you really have. Okay, I press enter, and you can hear this flight attendant telling me that well, first is Chinese, then is English, telling the passengers to hurry up and get seated. You can see I got, as I said, the 43 people that I thought I was going to get. If I go back to Ederar Outpost and I press refresh, there are 0 and 0 now magically, because I got all of them. Because I haven't crashed with anybody on board, and nobody's afraid to fly with me yet. Close my cargo bay doors. And now I'm going to choose Alphaville Airport. VALP. I'm actually going to choose that one because it's slightly closer, but it's still on the airport property. I'm going to turn the overhead off because I'm going to be flying into sunrise. I'm going to put my sunglasses on, and I use them And since I have the radio, I might as well listen to the radio and stream the music that's playing. Go back to navigation. Set everything up for takeoff. Okay. You'll notice that Alphaville is almost pointing right behind me. Surprise. Takeoff.
Positive rate.
Start turning.
Speed alive. In transit.
Gear up. Okay, nav. And let's set the pitch to take us in a gentle climb because I want to get. Oh, shush. We're not going that. It was warning me my trim was changing too fast and for too long. I was worried something was wrong. Once I get pretty close to line up, I'm going to set it for 20-degree nose up. And once I get to sunrise, I'll pause it and then... Oh, I actually might let you guys see this entire leg because it's not going to be that long. I mean, even at this pathetic rate, it's less than an hour. Okay, I'm going to press the nose up key, then I'm going to press the control key to make it so it's 10 times faster as the pitch. And I'm just going to change over to heading since that makes it a little more stable to climb. Let's see, it's only 300 kilometers, well, just short of 400, so I'm only going to go up to maybe 32 kilometers on this leg. If I was in an A4 or a T19, obviously I'd have to worry about pressure altitudes in your E11, E10, or Manx. You don't have to worry about pressures, they just go ding and warn you that you're getting close to things going bad. As long as you're not like going from below sea level to all the way to space without giving time to depressurize, things are okay. Yes, you can hear the JVC radio playing. It's really nice to be able to have music while flying. We picked that up at Rusty's Rentals. It's an accessory and it's I think 120 credits. So worth it. You'll notice that time is basically halved since I've climbed up and gained a little speed, and probably halve again because I'm probably going to be going just about 0.6 kilometers a second once I get up to, I don't know, should I go to 30 and worry about thermal heating, or should I stay at 25 an hour? I got time to think about it on the way up. And technically we're flying into the sunrise. Let's see if I can see the sun by going down this external shot here. Oh yeah. I love those thrust cones. Flight attendants now telling people that they're free to walk about the pass.
Passing sound barrier.
Because we're above 10 kilometers. start to level off and pull my throttle back a fair amount. Once I get down to about 10 degrees of nose up, I'm going to change it to yep,
cabin
I
pressure.
knew that was coming. Press scroll lock and the flashing goes away, obviously. Okay, let's get down and change to nav. It says we're down to 16 minutes of in-flight time. Estimated time en route. Doesn't give you any time for deceleration or descending. Yeah, I think I'm going up to just about 30. I'm light, so I won't have to worry about stalling, and I won't have to worry about getting quite as squirrely. So yeah, I'll go up to just about 30 kilometers. Notice I'm using pitch versus some MSL because I don't trust MSL. It gets squirrely as you get slow. So I'd rather just use pitch. Because right now, I mean, look at how the outside air pressure is down to 95 millibars. Wow, you'd be dead in moments. Okay, let's start leveling off a little bit. You notice how the TAT is skyrocketing. Total air temperature is up to 170, and I mean, it's just skyrocketing. Throttles back a little bit because I don't need to go to Mach 2. That will help decrease the temperature. Are there any set rules? No. I do this by eyeball, and I try and remember the rules of flying that odd people want to fly east. Only odd people fly east, so I'm going to stop at about 29 or 30. Which one do I go to? Let's try 29 first and see how we're doing. Start lowering my nose a little bit, slowing down a little bit more. Push the nose down too far, too fast. See, I warned you. Come on. Small changes. Let's see if I can level off at about 27. I'm already halfway there. Not too shabby. Going across the ground at 0.7 kilometers a second. Okay, let's bring the throttle back just a little bit since I don't want to have to worry about heating the airframe too much. see how just a slight change in the throttle. I went from what, 45% to 38, and look how fast the temperature is dropping. But now I'm going to have to raise the nose up a little bit to keep myself at that 27. Just small changes. We're almost, we're going to have to start heading down here. Because when that gets to, well, I think we're at about 10 degrees, which is where I need to start thinking about going down. Because you go down at 15 degrees. So let's push the nose over. Obviously I need to slow down the throttle a little. That's my wife on the phone. I'm going to mute you guys.
Passing sound barrier.
Okay, I'm back. Sorry about that. So, you'll notice while I was talking to my wife that I made a couple throttle adjustments to try and keep the direction bug lined up with the descent rate that I want to keep. I want to try and keep us just about on that line there, because it gives us a nice easy flare at the end. And I can also see that one of the automated flights is taking off, and it looks like it's, let's see if it's hanging towards me or away from me, because this is kind of heading skew, as in at an off angle. So it doesn't matter. I'm not gonna have to worry about it. Okay. I can zoom back in. It's climbing and it's above me and I'm descending. So life is good. And you can hear the flight attendant telling people that we are approaching the airport because we've gotten down below 10 kilometers of elevation. Ladies and gentlemen, we're on our final approach. You can just barely hear her. I guess I should turn the radio off so you can hear her better, shouldn't I? And of course, I turned it off just in time for you to miss hearing her. Figures. Oh well. Turn the radio back on.
You are listening to Lo-Fi on VDEO Radio, Channel 4, Deois.
But you can see the other aircraft heading away from the airport that we're heading towards. We're actually going to be landing in its spot if I remember correctly. Well, that's what I'm aiming for, because that's what I... no, actually that's not the spot I'm aiming for. I'm aiming for a different spot, but you know where I am. I guess I can take my sunglasses off now that I'm under the clouds. I don't need them anymore. And do I turn the radio off or not? I don't know. I think I'll leave it on. I know it's not a sterile cockpit environment having the radio on, but you know. As I'm slowing down, I'm bringing the throttle back in, trying to maintain that just below the 15-degree line. So I'm going to have a little room to flare, obviously. Landing, coming in at a 15-degree angle is bad form, isn't it? Jason would have a cow seeing my approach. He's going to watch my approach later, so... Hey, Jason! Surprise! I still fly like this. It's a VTOL. I'm not worried. Now, if I was in a T-19, that'd be another story. If I was in a Manx, that'd also be another story, particularly when it's heavily loaded. A4, E10, E11. You know why, soon. I can drop the landing gear.
Down and locked.
If you heard, the radio actually goes to half of the volume you're listening to when you have announcements from the automated system and when you have announcements from air traffic control. Right there's the airport. I just want to land anywhere over in here.
$1,000. $500.
I think I'm over the airport proper now, so let's just idle and then turn TVM on to set into a hover.
Store.
And
Store.
slowly descend.
Store. Minimums. Minimums. Store.
Evidently
100.
I made enough noise that I set off a car alarm.
50, 40, 30, 20, 10.
Something about flying over a car. Oops. Okay.
Ladies and gentlemen, for your safety and the safety of those around you, please
The
remain
flight
seated
attendant's telling
and
people to
seatbelt fastened, and keep
be
the
careful.
air clear until
So I'm
the
going to unload the
captain says
passengers.
fasten seatbelt.
Passengers, unload.
女士们、先生们，欢迎登机。
Okay, see it says there are 28 through passengers waiting for boarding, and I received 877 for delivering 15 to their final destination. So, what I'm going to do now is load passengers, and I'm going to load to VDEO, which is Deois, because there are the 28 I unloaded, plus the 40 that were here. Let's make sure. Oh, there's 68. I must have. Duh. Yeah, the 28 I unloaded. Okay. I load them. And I have 68 passengers. Now I want to top off my fuel tanks because I'm planning to go to Kansas eventually after this, because if you go back to the portal you'll see that Deois going to Kansas there are 210 passengers and I can only carry 128, but you know, I'm not going to show you that because it's going to be rinse and repeat. Same thing. Kansas, I'm going to just take the 45 back to Deois, but I'm also going to pick up the 68 for Alphaville, so I will have, yeah, I'll have a pretty full flight for the trip back. Okay, FBO, cargo, fuel, load, fill gas tank. Okay, she's telling people that we're about to take off. I want to set for Laked because that's how I like to approach the city. Laked. I could listen to her, let her go to her whole spiel, but you know, I'm gonna just what you call it, take
Positive
off and
rate.
cause her to skip a couple of her messages.
Speed alive.
Okay, let's
In transit.
and this is how I make money transferring passengers. And you can too. You can move cargo, you can move passengers. Obviously, you can only move whatever kind of cargo bays, cargo pods you have on the ship. Right now, obviously, I only have passengers, so I can't really carry cargo. But if I was really trying to make the most money, I'd probably have half passengers, half cargo, and do it that way. But it's all about what you want to fly and how you want to fly it. Passengers weigh a lot less than cargo. Makes it a little bit easier for you when you're flying, especially when you're trying out a new airplane. You could do this in an A4 if you wanted to. In fact, in an A4 it's actually kind of fun because you're constantly going up there trying to get just underneath the altitude, the max altitude that you can get to in that A4 depending upon the pressure situation. Okay, let's see how far I am behind that other. Oh, he's way down. He's already over there. I don't even have to worry about him. And I can pretty much level off at here because I don't need to worry about this because it's such a short hop. Okay.
Cabin pressure.
Yes, cabin pressure. Okay, let's aim for about 26 kilometers. So we need to start leveling off a little bit. And let's flip over nav mode. And I can back the throttle off. I'll get going just a little higher so I can get just supersonic. Come on.
Passing sound barrier.
For this short flight, I'm only going to go to Mach 1.04 is what I really want to go at, but I always mess that up. I'm sorry. Your highest Mach drag is between Mach about 0.95. Oh, it's like 9.96, 0.97, and 1.04. That's where you get the highest drag from your mock. Well, already time to start down. So I guess I'm not going to get up to, what you call it, 26 on this one because it's so close. But no, I'm not actually trying to set any speed records on this because I don't need to.
Passing sound barrier.
Such a short little flight and you can do this in an A4. Let's get down a little bit faster. Come on, I want to be down just a little bit. Right now I literally have my hands off the joysticks. Yes, I said sticks because I have to, obviously, but that's just the throttle quadrant and stick, so. Just a little bit. Pull the throttle back to steepen descent a little. As soon as I get below 10, I should get a message about air traffic control and I can talk to them.
U.S. arrivals, good morning. USV people mover heavy. USV people mover heavy. Deois approach, go ahead. USV people mover heavy. Is an E11. 50 kilometers east. Inbound for a colony landing zone east. People mover heavy. Radar contact. Forward 7 east. Fly present heading. Radar vectors laked. Descend and maintain 2000. Heading 280. 2000. People mover heavy.
Yep. Yep. That's trouble with going 10 times fast. Okay, let's bring the throttle back up just a little, just as long as I stay under 125. Drop the gear.
Down and locked.
And I might as well switch to heading because that's what they really want me to do, even though I'm just flying the nav to the point because I have it fixed, so. See what I mean about I wasn't going to make it to. I'll zoom in. And they're 10 kilometers, and I've got 3 kilometers to drop still. Almost. Yeah. I ain't going to make that cut off for their altitude, so. Well, I'll be close, but I won't make that 2 kilometers before I cross that threshold. And then they'll tell me to drop to 1 kilometer, which is what I said. I had faith. And of course, if I messed that up, I'd have to be scrambling right about now going, oh gosh. Quick set it to 2 before I busts below. And
people mover heavy.
Cute.
Descend and maintain 1000. 1000. People mover heavy.
Told ya. And I'm past the lake officially. I'm going to be breaking out the clouds here in a little bit. Okay, there's the... Well, that's mine 10, I think, of mine. City mine 10, I should say. That would be farm 3 up there, I think. Sometimes if you look out to the left, you can see Skippy's pad. I don't see it today. You can just make out the runway lights there. There's the fence around the airport.
People mover heavy. Clear direct destination. Landing at your discretion. Deois terminal wind 160 at tree.
The road that goes around the city of Deois. Landing.
Landing at our discretion. People mover heavy.
Bring the throttle way back.
Sync rate. Sync rate. Sync rate. Sync rate. Pull up 1000. Sync rate. Pull up. Pull up. Pull up.
Yes, I know there are
Pull
two
up.
pads on the ground. I tend to try and
Pull
land
up.
between them.
Pull
People
up.
mover heavy.
Pull
Change
up.
to advisory frequency
Pull
approved.
up.
Good day.
Store.
Not me.
Store. 100. Store. 30. 20. 10.
Okay. Open the cargo bay doors. I have to wait 11 seconds before we can unload them officially. 8, 7, and we're officially at equalized pressure, passenger transfer, unload.
女士们、先生们，欢迎登机。星际联邦要求在关闭登机门之前将
And that's all I'm going to show you guys. Have fun, okay?